Welcome back to the Narrative Mindset Podcast. This is the first time listening. Welcome. And if you would please go back and listen to earlier episodes just to get a feel for the podcast. Imagine I'm sitting across the room from the real quiet room. Just us, no crowd. You're no rush. It's just a mic, a voice, and that weird hum in the background. That might be the fridge. I keep talking about the fridge in most of my episodes because in my little studio on the other side of the wall, there's my kitchen and my fridge hums a lot. So maybe it's a ghost of an old air conditioner. Either way, settle in. So today, I want to talk about something I think about a lot. Something that's not flashy, something that doesn't come with fireworks or confetti. It's peace, not the bumper companionship. And I know that sounds like, damn, are you saying, be alone forever? Maybe, maybe not, but hear me out. Because here's the thing. Companionship is beautiful, right? Movies, books, Hallmark cards, even government tax incentives all scream at us. Pair up, link up, get a buddy, find a partner, settle in. But nobody makes a movie about the guy who said, you know what? I'm good just watering my plants and listening to jazz by myself. Nobody claps for that. Yet sometimes that's the real win. I was sitting in traffic the other day. Detroit freeway, sun bouncing off hoods, and I thought every billboard is basically begging me to consume companionship. Dating apps promise love nearby. Restaurants with 2-for-1 deals. Even the damn insurance companies bundle your coverage together. It's like the universe has a marketing campaign against solitude. But what if solitude isn't failure? What if it's a flex? Peace. Peace is underrated because peace doesn't knock on your door with a big grin. It doesn't swipe right. It doesn't text you what you're doing at 2 a.m. Peace is boring at first glance, but boring is underrated too. Peace is a Tuesday night where nobody's yelling at you. Peace is your phone sitting face down and not buzzing. Peace is you not playing detective, trying to figure out if someone's lying or scrolling through their likes like a forensic accountant. And here's where companionship gets tricky. See, companionship isn't always companionship. Sometimes it's camouflage for chaos. You think you're choosing closeness, but really you're inviting noise into your life. The noise can look like romance. Noise can look like we're building something together. But noise will eat your bones if you let it. And I ask myself this sometimes. Would I rather sit in my room with a cup of tea, fully calm, or sit across from somebody who makes my stomach feel like it's juggling knives? That's not companionship. That's a circus. And you didn't even ask for tickets. Now, I'm not saying isolation forever. Humans need connection. Obviously, we're social animals. Even monks have monasteries. But I think about the balance. How much peace am I willing to trade for company? That's the real question. Because some of us give up too much. We hand over our silence, our sleep, our sanity, all for the illusion of not being alone. But this isn't, but isn't it lonelier to be with someone who doesn't see you, who doesn't respect you, who doesn't get you? That's the loneliest room you can ever sit in. One where you're not alone, but spiritually you are. I read somewhere, maybe it was in a psychology journal, or maybe it was graffiti in a bathroom. Can't remember. But it said, loneliness is not the absence of people, it's the absence of connection. And it hit me because been in rooms full of people and felt like a ghost. And I've been by myself with a book and felt completely alive. Now, let me take a tangent. Imagine Peace as a cat. Yeah, not a dog. Because dogs are obvious. Wagging tails, panting faces, companionship, incarnate. Cats, though, cats are peace. They don't demand you all the time. They'll show up, curl nearby, purr. They respect the quiet. And if you don't bother them, they'll let you exist without commentary. That's peace. That's what I want in human form. A cat person. Someone who can be in the same room and let silence breathe. Not fill it with noise because they're scared of their own thoughts. Peace also gives you growth. That's the secret nobody tells you. You're not constantly firefighting somebody else's drama. You have space to read, space to create, space to figure out who the hell you are. Think about it. All the great revolutions in personal life start in silence. MLK wrote in jail. Buddha sat under a tree. Even Einstein stared out the window. Nobody makes breakthroughs in the middle of somebody else's shouting match. So, maybe choosing peace over companionship isn't anti-love. Maybe it's pro-you. And of course, the fear comes in. What if I end up alone? What if nobody wants me? What if I miss out? But here's the irony. You don't miss out on yourself. You only miss out on yourself when you drown your soul in noise. And isn't that worse than being alone? Because let's be real. Not everyone who offers you companionship deserves access to your peace. Some people are just bored, and they'll drag you into their boredom like quicksand. Some people are unhealed, and they'll turn your life into a trauma playground. And if you let that in, you're trading peace for scraps. And scraps don't fill you. They just leave you hungrier. Let me land this on something practical. Next time you're faced with that choice, keep the peace or accept a companionship. Ask yourself, does this person add silence or subtract it? Do I breathe deeper with them or do I choke? If it's the latter, you already know your answer. Peace isn't flashy. Peace won't get you likes on Instagram. Peace won't make your relatives nod approvingly at Thanksgiving. But peace will keep you alive longer, literally. Stress kills more people than loneliness. That's a stat. You can Google it. So when it comes down to it, peace is not just a preference, it's survival. And maybe that's the hidden truth. Maybe the bravest thing you can do in 2025 isn't chasing love or clout. Maybe it's saying, I choose quiet, I choose peace, I choose myself. And if companionship comes along that respects that, beautiful. If not, you still won, because peace is a prize in itself. All right, that's today's episode. Or light a candle, take a walk, or just sit in the quiet for 5 minutes. Notice how it feels. That's peace introducing itself. Don't trade it cheap. We'll talk to you next